Hello. Time to review Dogman. This is an interesting movie. But the ending, you're like, hey, it's alright, but the ending, they never tell you anything. Basically, what it's about is about a farmer and his wife. There's some funny moments in this movie that, like the beginning, the lady was sitting on the front porch, and somebody stole their, uh, what was it? Her snowmobile, and she goes chasing after it. She goes through cornfield and apple orchard, and she crashes into a tree, her leg. Then you see a man cleaning his arrows. He went to go shoot. You see that woman yell at him. He shoots an arrow. He hits an old tank. Then he hits a bike tire, flatten it. So he got himself a new uh, trail camera. So he goes out in the woods, and his wife wants him to. So he steals his bow. He went after him. He got knocked down. His wife wanted to wash windows, so when he got knocked out in the woods, his nephew, well, it's actually his wife's nephew, but and his buddy found him in the woods. They took him home, so they had him wash the windows. Then then he set up his camera. Then he had to take his wife to the doctor. So the nephew and the buddies thought that would be funny to do something. And he dressed like a werewolf. And then he gets attacked by the Dogman. You see his Dogman's some of his face. You can see his bottom part of his jaw smiling. Then you see him a hand pawing at the mask. Then you see before the husband gets to his wife's doctor, they hit a deer. Had two gashes in it. That he's gonna come pick it up. And then after he got his wife had a cast on her leg from when she crashed the truck, so they took it back. They got the cast off, so when they were heading back, the his the nephew and the friend went the opposite direction. They couldn't find the deer. He found like a piece of bloody cloth, so he called the cops. First, cops stop up at the doctor's office, get the report. Then he went over to their house, the the farmer's house, to and show show her a piece of cloth, and they went out there. The next day, they found out that he found out it was his nephew's friend that got attacked. You see also see like a chicken, and the chicken gets picked up by something. You see feather falling. They also hear about this lady's dog. The doctor tells the guy after he took the cat off about a neighbor whose dog was also attacked, and he went to pick up the snowmobile, and before he got in the truck, you see something furry sitting in the back of it. You can see just barely some fuzz. Then you hear him crash. He said there's something. He crashed and told his wife something stood up on his hind legs. The only thing I could think of was shitting in my pants and rolling in the truck. So he did that. Then the cop came over. Then she was gonna go out where his trail camera was. So the guy went up to the lady, talking about dogs. Her dog was seeming fine, but she had a seizure and died. So then during that, the guy got a call about his nephew's buddy was in the hospital, started having seizures and stuff. So they went out in the woods, try to find his children. Remember? So he already took it off the wall. He found the memory card. Then he gets attacked, and they all left. Then she left the cop. You can tell something was gonna happen because the lady left her key. The cop left the keys in the car. They got in the car. She got in the front. The sheets are all torn out. The radio's busted. The keys are missing. Apparently, the creature killed like chickens, a dog, a goat, some other deer, and he attacked the biker before they went to get the trail camera. Then they had to leave. She went and found the guy's snowmobile. They could only fit two people on there, so the lady's dog got killed, stayed in the car, and you see her drive off, and you see somebody walking over to where the trail camera was, looking down at it. Then you see her reading a book. She found the antidote was green moss that the Dogman peed or poop on was the antidote. Then she's about to get out of the car, and you hear sound like someone walking on rocks. Then you turn and you see what it was Wolfman, Dogman, and he had the ears were sticking up and went like down like that. Then you see somebody walking out in the woods. You see like a sign that said hunting or something on it. Then you lift it up and there's like a bunch of little wolf puppies. So then he met the farmer's wife. They drove back to try to get the girl. Then she wasn't there, so they start driving. Then she sees her running. Then she told him about the moss, and it said, "You shouldn't go out in the forest alone." She said, "I wasn't alone." And that's basically the end of it. Then they saw him in the car. She looked at the lady. Then you look down and you see something moving underneath her coat, and you never know what it was. And that was basically the end of the movie. So I don't know if there's a sequel coming out or what. So I didn't watch the special features, behind the scenes. It doesn't really say anything about them. There's gonna be another one. And the Dogman testimonials is kind of cool. They had all these people that said they seen something, which kind of reminds me back when I was a kid. I had a nightmare about, I think it could be considered either werewolf or Dogman or whatever you want to say. I remember I woke up, I couldn't get no sleep, so I went to sleep with my parents. This is the point when we lived in a trailer, walked. I went and looked, got my parents and looked, and then I saw where the window was, which my dad can walk in front of the window. You can't see his head. There was a head. It was a shape like a wolf. It went halfway in the window, and then it howled, and I gasped. And apparently it heard me, and turned its head, looked at me, and I ran back to my room, covered up myself with the blanket. And I kept staring out the window to see if it walked by our window, but it never passed that window. And I woke up, and my head was still in the same little blanket circle. And I knew it had to be a dream, because if it was real, that'd be in trouble, because where we lived, it was a trailer court, and we live in a trailer right close by the highway, so somebody would have seen it if it was real. So it was like kind of crazy dream I had. But some of these people see things, it scared the crap out of them. So that's basically it. I hope there's gonna be a sequel for this. So see you all in the next one. Bye. Oh, before I leave, I'm going to tell you what I was going to review next. I'm going to do a double feature of Bruce Campbell. I'm going to watch The Evil Dead and The Invader. I'm going to watch The Evil Dead with commentary by Bruce Campbell. See what he thinks about this movie and stuff like that. That's what I'm going to do next. Watch those two movies. So that'll be basically it. Do. So see y'all in the next video.